nerds, welcome to Geekbeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. I am your host, Summer Punch, and with me we've got Chuck
What's up, everyone?
and Syntell.
Yo, it is your boy. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy
Hey,
Drinko de
hey,
Drinko.
hey.
And
Damn.
it's hump day.
Damn, I don't have a
It's
drink.
hump day.
I need
It's
to
hump
celebrate.
day.
I want to make sure we are
Yes.
honoring traditions and
Yeah.
I'm the game on that
Complete
one.
American traditions. That's what makes it so crazy.
Yeah, like,
complete
like I've
American
been keep hearing
tradition.
these rumors that like Cinco de Mayo isn't really a respectable holiday or something. I'm like,
It's-
Is that
okay,
true?
I don't know.
Mexico
I don't
Do we keep
know.
it
I don't-
Mexico
anyways?
beat
That's what
Napoleon
I'm
the Third
saying.
in the battle.
Yeah.
They beat Napoleon the Third in the battle.
Okay. I mean, it's not like
Okay.
offending anybody, right? Like, can I still get drunk?
I
Oh,
can't-
the
Oh my
funk.
God,
the
a
funk.
drink just appeared
Hey,
on
the
my
funk.
desk.
We need you to put in
Literally,
there.
this
We need
just
to
appeared
talk
on my
about the
desk.
funk.
Like, I've got a magical drink fairy in my home that
It's
wants
magic.
Yeah,
to
Yes.
me
magic.
to
Look at that,
drink.
look at
And
that.
God bless that fairy. Oh,
Yeah.
to you, fairy.
Ain't the funk. Tell us what we need to talk about, because we don't got a lot of gaming news. So the
okay.
funk
Good gaming
drop
news.
some jewels in here, nerd.
Yo, that dude he be on it, man.
He's like,
I'm
yo,
telling
y'all
you,
got
he's
to
my-
do this gaming
He's
news.
my gaming.
We are
Jiminy
paging
Cricket.
Defunk right now. Defunk, please come in with gaming
come,
news.
come with the gaming news. Come with the gaming news. But, I guess
All right,
let's get
guys.
started.
Before Defunk informs us with the gaming news that we need to cover, sorry guys, that's on me. I have a gaming headline thing that I just usually paste in every day. It's not my day, guys. Anyways, let's get on to the news. So, in the news today, TikTok joins the Technology Coalition Against Child Abuse. On Wednesday today, the company said that it had joined a technology coalition, an organization that includes the likes of Apple and Google that works towards protecting children from online sexual exploitation and abuse. Now, this is very relevant to TikTok, obviously, because their main demographic is teenagers. And I don't know about you guys, but I love TikTok. I look at it a lot, probably a little bit too much. But I have myself noticed some troubling trends on the platform. I see a lot of just
Bad dancing.
inappropriately sexual content, given that the main audience there is teenagers. Like I see a lot of people grooming children. I mean, this is crazy, but I feel like this is true. Like grooming children for sex work. Like I've seen videos about women being like, that you can sell your undergarments for money, and then I see all these children being like, oh, I do this too. Like, how do I do this? Where's the website? I see a lot of stuff like that, and every time I see it, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be like the fucking old aunt in the crowd, but I could report that shit because that is not okay for children. We do not want to be setting them up to to enter the sexual labor market. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I just went off the rails. What do you guys know about this one? Do you have opinions?
I'm not on TikTok that much. The only thing that I kind of liked on TikTok was the hot mom checks, and I don't think that's sex work.
That sounds fun. That sounds good.
It was like hot mom checks.
We can
I'm
all
like,
appreciate some hot moms.
I'm here to look at hot moms all day
Yeah,
long.
it's just celebrating women being hot. That's
Just-
okay.
yeah, I'm
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they're taking some initiative. There's so many companies that are doing things because it's seemingly the cool thing to do, and TikTok just seems to be like, all right, well, let's put some money towards some preventive measures regarding things that could get out of control. I mean, I'm assuming things aren't out of control. I don't know the numbers regarding child sexual abuse and kids getting kidnapped and things of that nature, but I just got to tip my hat to them for saying that, we have that type of demographic on our platform. So we're going to go ahead and take the extra step to make sure that those people are going to be protected in whatever fashion that is. So it's not a bad thing, right?
No.
No,
I mean,
I
whatever
don't
it takes to
think so.
protect children, I'm good. I'm all about that. Protect
Yeah,
them kids.
TikTok seems to have a pretty heavy hand in monitoring the content on their platform. They definitely are there's a lot of TikTok corporate employees that are behind and I don't even think they're trying to hide it. They're outwardly pushing a lot of the biggest TikTok songs that go out there, right? It's very curated. And they experienced a controversy a few years ago when TikTok was still relatively new to the US. I think a year or so back, where people were just basically criticizing the algorithm for intentionally promoting beautiful faces and lighthearted content, right? I remember that, and And honestly, at the time, like, okay, the beautiful faces, like, I don't feel like that's, we don't want to be putting out this like unrealistic image of like what it means to be beautiful and
Agreed.
like what the fuck is beautiful too. Like, how are these algorithms determining that?
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, that they're curating the content in a way that keeps it light and fun. When I heard that, I was like, what is the controversy here? Like, we have enough heavy shit on social media as it is. I think it's a good thing that these social media platforms are taking control over the kind of content that is bubbling up. I mean, maybe that is the influence of it being a Chinese company, and they're like, there's a level of censorship basically that there is heavy censorship on TikTok too. Like, you
Yeah.
see kids getting around their censorship algorithms all the time whenever they say the word sex and they try to annotate it, because closed captioning helps your videos perform better. They will often, like, you see these
Interesting.
children, they will annotate and type the word not sex, sex, because that the algorithm would catch that, but they type it like seggs. So they're like, they know what the restrictions are. They know that it's being monitored and controlled,
Interesting.
but they're also like fucking clever enough to get around it,
That's
which
very
is like
clever.
dystopian and
Kids
creepy
aren't
and
stupid.
clever. And yeah, they're fucking kids are smart.
Yeah, they're
but
on
they
it.
do that to get around the sexual content filters, because basically no sexual content is supposed to be allowed on TikTok. But there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. I mean, I see a lot of booty shaking on TikTok. Is that considered sexual content?
Well, it is
That
if
is
you're
the question.
underage, yes. Well, if
Yeah.
you're underage, absolutely.
I don't go into anything underage. I'm not looking at that. That's not my jam.
I don't know if you have a choice. Like, it serves up like all types of ages as far as
You
like the
know?
content goes. I always wonder too, because like it knows my age, right? It combs your phone for data on you.
It
So it knows
does.
the basic, and the TikTok algorithm is like super like well known for being like creepy, hyper specific about your preferences. Like, it figures out down to like the minutest details of interest that you might not even known you had, and will start serving you into like versions of TikTok depending on your scrolling habits, like just based on like how quickly you scroll past something and how much you engage with certain type of
Yeah.
categories of content. So
I
I
can
always
see that.
wondered, like, am I seeing this like weird sexual content? Sorry, not to sound like a perv. Am I seeing this weird sexual content because they know I'm I'm over 18, or like it's okay, but at the same time, like, none of it is supposed to be allowed. So I feel like teenagers are still seeing it. I don't know.
Right.
They are definitely seeing it.
Yeah, they're definitely
They
seeing
are
it.
definitely seeing
It
it.
sounds like a problem.
Yeah.
This is not the
Well,
first time I've heard about people complaining about sexual content on TikTok. So
let's see if they fix it. Let's see if there's a way for them to fix it, because they know their demographic is skews young. I mean,
yeah, they have a
they're-
responsibility to,
Quick shout out to Cam Lewis 292. Hey, thank you for tuning in. And also, this individual said, I think they're doing it because several of the largest creators have been caught up in grooming scandals. What is a
Wow.
grooming scandal?
I
don't
think
know
what
a
they mean
grooming-
is like grooming people for
sex work.
So like that example of the creepy like underwear sales thing, like that's basically grooming children. Like, I've seen other TikToks where they're basically like educating women on how, and it's always geared towards women, by the way. It's never geared towards young men. But like teaching them how to find sugar daddies online.
Yeah.
Which is
That
like
is
a
a
direct
thing.
path to prostitution. Like, I'm not trying to make any judgments, but like,
Yeah.
if you're being paid to be somebody's girlfriend, there's an obvious and implicit connotation and expectation that goes along with that. And people who become sugar babies are often like just basically sorted into prostitution. And like, that's just not something, that's not something we should be sending children towards.
No, man, I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah.
they're gonna Instagram needs to join, Snapchat needs to join, because man, there are a lot of videos telling women how to be sugar babies, and it's usually from guys like, yeah, you need to learn. If he ain't paying you, why you even dating him? If he ain't getting you those new Yeezys, he ain't trying to buy you no Birkin bag. Why you even trying to be with him? He got the money.
Yeah.
If he's in the gentleman's club dropping stacks, he should be dropping it on you. Then you have women doing the same thing, and it just stacks up.
Yeah, even more troubling. I've seen it. I've seen a lot of that type of content from women creators. So it creates this like false sense of trust where you're a young teenage girl and you see a woman talking to you about like how, and spinning this as if it is sexual empowerment, female empowerment. And like There's
Yeah.
nothing empowering about filtering somebody into that industry where they're
Yeah.
ripe for abuse, you know?
True.
Anyways, that's kind of
True.
fucked up. So I
It
feel like
is,
it's
it is.
especially wrong when it's women like leveraging their influence and their power
Mm.
with other younger women to send them into a dangerous path.
That is very dangerous. It's very
Mm-mm-mm.
dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah.
In other news today, Peloton users' private account data was left exposed. So we have another data breach in the news today. Peloton users' private data, including birthdays, locations, genders, weight. Ooh, embarrassing. Never mind. You guys are doing great. Workout statistics was exposed to the public due to a leaky application programming interface. TechCrunch reported today. There was a bug with the API, which is software that facilitates communication between applications, and it made Peloton's users vulnerable to data scraping attacks similar to those used against Facebook earlier last year. Peloton said that the bug has since been fixed, but do you believe that? It's never fixed.
Yeah.
Once it goes online, it's never fixed.
It's fixed, but it's out there. So does that mean it's fixed? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't fixed. And B, it's just one more thing. Like, I'm like, damn, I can't even work out without somebody trying to steal my info. I mean, it's like you kind of expect it from phones, you expect it from Facebook, you expect it from certain platforms that you go to. You just don't expect it from your workout equipment. So
yeah.
Well,
I expect it from everything that goes online. Anything that goes online, boom, they're taking it. You know.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's actually pretty interesting because the lower tech it is, the more likely it is to have like a data breach, right? So think of it, Facebook has entire departments, teams, buildings of engineers that are working around making sure that like Facebook is as secure as possible because there's such a huge platform. They have the resources to do that and a responsibility and an expectation from the public. However, nobody's like on Peloton's ass being like, is your data secure? No, they're just trying to get it connected to the internet so that people can have, you have streamed workouts as opposed to just like offline downloaded workouts because nobody wants that anymore. Everything has to be connected. So Peloton probably doesn't have this massive data security engineering team like Facebook does or Google. So the lower tech your connected devices are, the more susceptible it is to data breaches.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Another one of those.
You got to build those
Like
sport
the
walls
fifth on
high.
this.
You got to build those sport walls high. People aren't building those sport
Yeah.
walls high. You know, you got to have a team, a live team that's only focuses on security, and you have to work them around the clock. That's just what it is. But hey,
I mean, to me, the takeaway is one, expect that it's going to happen, and two, use a password manager so that when your password gets leaked, it's not the same as the one that you use for everything else.
Yeah.
Right. That's the best way that you can protect yourself. LastPass is good.
Yeah.
But now they make you pay for it. So whatever. I'm paying for it.
They got me.
They got me too.
I ended up paying for it.
After they
like,
already had my
motherfuckers.
passwords.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Situation.
It's like I got hundreds of
money.
passwords that y'all got. I'm not about to sit here and manually transfer all that information over. I'll pay the $5 or $10.
Yeah, $30 a month. It's $30 a month.
Yeah.
And that was after a discount for them pissing us off.
We have some good news. We have any really good news?
So I got another piece of good news. You can tell me if this is good or it's not good. So using Apple's night shift to improve, if you're using Apple's night shift to improve your sleep, is not working. It's not in a study. It's not gonna work, guys. Don't fool yourselves.
It's kind of good news.
Yeah, Apple's trying to fool us. It's not working. And a study now has basically proved it with empirical evidence. A study was published today in Sleep Health by BYU researchers assessed the sleep quality of 167 young adults, which, by the way, I don't think that's statistically significant. You need to have the N factor over 200 for it to be representative, but that's just a side note. Anyways, 167 young adults asking each to wear a wrist accelerometer before sleep. Participants were randomly assigned 3 conditions regarding iPhone use before bed. One group didn't use their phones at all. One group used their iPhones without night shift enabled. And another group used their iPhones with night shift enabled. And guess what happened? There was no significant differences quote, in sleep outcomes across 3 experimental groups. Basically, it doesn't do shit. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Do you feel like it does something?
I am not surprised. They thought it was going to do something, but there was no evidence to prove that it was going to do anything.
Well, they kept ramming down our throats that there's something about blue light. I guess whatever the terminology is, blue light that you get from your phones, that you get from your computer, and it's supposed to do something to your mental. And then I guess now we have the research that says just Apple changing the color
Well,
to
I will
amber
say that
instead of
this
blue
research
doesn't really do anything.
I will say that this research doesn't say that it's the blue light that doesn't work, but their night shift thing where it like also locks your phone and makes it extra hard to just get into your own fucking phone. Like, that's my phone. Let me into my fucking phone. It makes it so hard after like 11:30 at night. It's like, go to bed, Summer. It's like, you don't fucking tell me what to do. All it does is keep you out. And I'm not happy about that. And I don't
like being told what to do. I think she's unpacking right now. Okay.
Listen,
sorry, I don't know. I have a lot of energy today.
I know it.
I feel you with the bedtime though. The
night shift.
Bedtime
What
switch.
makes night shift bad
is that not the most annoying fucking thing in the world? Like, I don't know how to disable it. I've been Googling it like three times a week for like a month.
Night shift is the biggest hater for sneaky links. So you have night shift on, the phone calls don't come through. They send them straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
Wait, sneaky links? What do you mean by that?
Sneaky links is like booty calls. If somebody's calling you up for a booty call,
oh,
night shift is the.
Have I been missing all? Is that why I'm not getting the booty calls?
It's blocking.
It's definitely the night shift.
It's blocking.
Y'all tripping.
It's cock blocking. It's cock blocking.
Oh my god!
That's why you ain't sleeping better.
Sneaking links. That's why. So it does ruin sleep. So everybody had night shift, wasn't getting any booty calls, and they come fix the problem.
Tripping.
Right. That's why we're all not getting booty calls. That is definitely Apple's. But damn you, Apple!
Damn you, Apple! Controlling our sneaky links.
Oh god. Well, anyways, good riddance to that one. I mean, I don't mind the phone dimming, so it's not so much blue light. But honestly, like the locking you out of your phone, the things turning to silent, like, bro, I fucking like my phone is functional to me. I'm not just like,
yeah.
And then I can't turn it off.
You control what you had on a night shift too. Like, look, I don't want phone calls after this time. I need the lights dim this time. You know the best way to get sleep? Put your damn phone down.
What?
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Come on, man. Let's be reasonable.
Put on the audio book, hit play on the audio book, and close your eyes.
That works for me. That's what I do. The Calm app. The Calm app is bananas.
Me too.
And then get you like a good audio book.
You need to come and sponsor Geekbeast.
Yeah, I use the Calm
especially
app
after you hear something go off. I
don't feel like I'm the best person for that.
Breathe, baby.
Right now.
Breathe, Summer.
Breathe, baby.
High energy, intensity.
Dude, why you tell me what to do? Follow. You smart, but you ain't that damn smart. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Just breathe in. Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. Breathe out. Shut up. That's me with the Calm app. I'm like a multi-year subscriber to the Calm app, and I don't use it enough, clearly. Okay. On to some less anxious news. DC is launching Milestone comics in digital and in print starting in June. Now, guys, I know you know what this means. So you guys want to cue up the story on this one?
Yeah, you can do it, Syntell. Cue it up.
All right, so DC's launching Milestone Comics and is redoing it again. And this was like DC's attempt to try to include a lot more of the Black narrative. So Milestone Comics launched in 1993, and as a line created by Black creators and featuring characters from underrepresented groups, including Static, short for Static Shock. And he is the line's best known character. Static Shock is actually getting like his own TV show, if I remember. Yeah. They just re-released his old episodes on HBO Max. Right. So a return of the line had been in the works for years, and the relaunch has become even more eagerly awaited in the midst of the Black Lives Matter movement as the demand for comics featuring Black heroes has grown. So the return of Milestone is coming with a digital release for some of their older comics. A new one regarding Milestone's Return Zero, the Infinite Edition. It's a one-shot intro that came out last month, setting the scene of the Big Bang, which is the police brutality protest that unleashes a sudden wave of superpowers in the city of Dakota. So it's going to be just a comic book reading from a different perspective of people who aren't necessarily properly represented, which is African Americans. If you did like the line of Static Shock, this is a good opportunity to jump back in and see more content creators that are focusing on stories and narratives that may be closer to your heart. Static Shock is the person that gets like the most hubbub, but there are additional characters within this universe. So, I feel it's just our responsibilities as geeks of color and to just let you know what's out there so that you can tune in and, catch up in case you've missed some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because I think you should always step outside of your comfort zone, especially when it comes to comics, and then enter a whole new world. I mean, the whole purpose of comics is to lose yourself in a world.
Yep.
And what better place than to lose yourself in another culture?
Yep.
So lose yourself and give it a break. Excuse me, give it a chance. And I promise you will be surprised with the different types of narratives that you receive.
I love that.
Yep. I'm a big supporter. I hope that they treat Michael Davis right with these properties coming out. He's the creator of Static Shock, and he's one of the co-founders of Milestone Comics. And they had a really big shakeup and breakup of Milestone, and DC came along and scooped it up. So hopefully they treat those creators properly.
I hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't,
they'll hear from us. They'll hear from us. We'll put Summer on it. We'll put Summer on it.
We're our platform. We'll stick our 13 viewers on them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But we come correct with them 13 though.
Hey.
13 strong.
Hey. Can we skip down to some gaming news since the Funk wants us to talk about gaming news, which we did have.
Yeah.
We initially did have it.
We got tons of it actually.
Yeah, we actually
first one I see a Sony. Should we start with the Sony one?
No, even further down than that.
Oh no, that's not even
Nintendo's
Epic?
news. Nintendo's dropping a new game. And they didn't break it out with a lot of fanfare. They silently just eased it out today. Usually when Nintendo does something, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have one of our stand-up meetings and invite everybody to it and have the play of the." Well, I forgot the name of the Nintendo thing, but it's every month they do it, and they didn't do that this month.
Nintendo.
Yeah, it's called Game Builder Garage. So they're literally giving people. They're like, "Hey, you didn't get enough Mario Maker? We're gonna give you a whole entire game engine, and you get to build your games in the Labo."
Yeah.
Word?
I wonder, is it being compared to Roblox, right? Because Roblox has a lot of the same functionality that is like to a really like minute detail. Like they're handing over like just straight up like advanced dev tools to children to build things in game. So I wonder to what degree is this is this, like,
you know what
they said
and to co-sign to that to co-sign with that, like there's the other end of that as well, where there's Dreams that was announced on the PlayStation. Where it's just it's definitely higher end.
It's an amazing game engine.
People have come up with some mind-blowing stuff on Dreams. It comes across my newsfeed all the time. I'm like, yo, how in the world did you even make that?
Man.
So where does this Nintendo one kind of like fit that scale?
It's between WarioWare DIY and Mario Maker and the Labo. So it's like somewhere in between there. It's not it's like what Dreams is Media Molecule dropping their game engine basically and say make something.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Summer?
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna ask if they dropped a trailer, but I think I'm about to drop it in the chat. Because this feels like it's worth watching. Yeah. But also don't leave. Watch us.
Of this. I want more of this because I've like I said, I've got a couple of feeds that's regarding Dreams, and some of the stuff is just mind blowing.
It is,
and it's one thing to just sit there and just love the art and love.
You got it. You got Dreams. Do you got it?
But I own it. I own Dreams.
Why aren't we playing Dreams together? What's up with that?
I'm not the world's best world builder on a digital front.
We don't have to build.
I'm a world builder on a writing front.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I need something to break the addiction to animal.
Yo, Dreams is
amazing.
Dope.
Yeah, it's
dope.
Okay, I'll check out Dreams. So I just checked out the trailer for this one, Game Builder Garage, and it has like a grid type of approach. It's a 2D dimensional world, it looks like. And so it sounds like it's giving you the opportunity to create some pretty basic games, but this is very like on brand for Nintendo too, because they continually try, even though their main, I think, purchasers are millennial adults. They're constantly trying to create games for kids, and it's just millennials that the kidults, if you will, that just don't want to grow up and continue to buy the vast majority of Nintendo products. So I like that they just don't get it, and they just keep on keeping on. They just keep doing it.
They're like, we do what
but it's
Nintendo
kind of
does
cute.
best.
I liked it. Yeah, well, I mean, also that's like what is so appealing about Nintendo too, and that like it never gets into this like edgy, mature territory. Like it is seen as like kind of a refuge almost for gamers.
Yep.
People grew up with it. It's a safe, like nostalgic space. They still make excellent games. They don't release something unless it is perfect. Good on them for doing that. And it's very on brand for them to not start like verging into that like Nintendo publisher made, but like edgy thing. It's never been a thing with them. And I think that they're aware of that and lean into that so that they can continue to capture those millennials, the kidults, and then also potentially capture children too, maybe those millennials children, and continue building like a beautiful generation of just happy, peaceful gamers that are not trying to talk shit on Xbox, you know?
And
I love this genre because to me it's the new Legos.
Yeah, it is the new Legos.
It's
Oh, I love that.
And you can just create and just, be yourself on a digital front.
Like they got me buying Mario Maker too.
Awesome.
I bought 2 Mario Makers and only played them each about 15 minutes. I'm going to play this game and I'm going to probably get this game. I get all the world builder games. I don't know why. It's not like I build a lot of worlds. It's not like I have the time to build a lot of worlds.
Hey man, you built the world of Geekbeast.
And you are a game developer, man. There's no.
I'm talking about, man.
No mystery over here why you do that.
An amazing world builder.
You know, it's like, oh man, they're gonna take me for my shmoney again. Speaking of taking money, EA has decided to spend money on super mega baseball developer Metalhead Studios. So I guess EA is getting back into the baseball game.
They are.
I guess
so. Electronic Arts has acquired Metalhead Software, the Canada-based developer behind the Super Mega Baseball series. The exact price on that acquisition is not disclosed, but EA angels the deal as a way to bolster its long-running EA Sports division through addition of an established sports-minded developer like Metalhead, which has spent the last 10 years working on games in its Super Mega Baseball series. Have you guys played that one? I haven't actually. I'm not a big sports gamer myself.
Super Mega Baseball series doesn't have any real athletes in it, so it's probably fun. It's probably like a little fun game. It's probably not a serious.
Is it like more of a
game.
simulation game? Is that what it's
that's what MLB is. MLB is a simulation. This is probably more arcadey. I'm assuming it has to be more arcadey.
That'd probably be more my realm. I think the last baseball game was Backyard Baseball back in 1998. It was like on the regular NES.
Wow.
The last one I played was the Wii Sports. I'm pretty sure that there was a
Wii Sports Baseball.
Yeah,
that
Wii Sports one was fun though. That one was fun.
The last one I played was MLB last year. And I was like, this game is hard. It's hard. Like, why would you make a game this hard? This is harder than real baseball. Like, why would you do that to us?
You happy just to connect.
Yeah.
Much less get to a base.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I've never played a video game so hard. That should be easy. This is be America's pastime. Let's really get a beer and play this game. Nah.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I'm starting to notice that in just a lot of just sports games in general. Like, the learning curve is starting to get really, really just gnarly. I'm a huge Madden fan, huge. And there's even moments when I'm playing Madden, I'm like, damn, like, am I having fun? I had to ask myself, I'm like, am I enjoying this? It's really turned into something different.
I feel that way about FIFA too. Like I play on the general level. I think I'm good. I can beat the computer. I play against these pros and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
You know, it's funny that we say that too, because games, they feel like they're getting harder, but have you actually tried to like go back and play like a game that came out on like the PS1? Like, have you played original Crash Bandicoot? That shit
it's hard.
Yeah,
it is.
Like, I can't pass it today as an adult. How did I do that as a child? Like, games are not getting harder, guys. We're just getting old. Like, we figured it out as children, but like,
our Twitch skills ain't up to par.
It's not even close.
Platforming? Yeah. That is like some controller breaking shit, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so on to one last piece of news before we run out of time today. A new bill would ban Bitcoin mining across New York State for 3 years. So this is being introduced to the New York State Senate and legislature on Monday and is aiming to put a multi-year pause on crypto mining operations across the state until authorities can fully suss out what mining is doing. Okay, fucking listen to this. To the fucking climate and the local environment.
Now, hold on.
All of a sudden, they are so just
now they're environmentalists
about climate change.
No,
like, no. This Bitcoin, though, there's a lot. This might have an environmental impact. Why? Why do you guys think they are so concerned?
Hold on.
Somebody's pockets didn't get greased properly. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
care
Somebody's
about
supposed to
the
get
climate.
paid,
A
and they didn't get
politician
paid.
cares
Yeah,
about
and
the
now they're bringing out
climate.
this bullshit.
This
There's
is the
frackers.
most transparent shit I have ever seen. Like, come on, guys. At least pretend. You know, at least pretend that you're trying to be honest about this shit. God.
The previous president came out of New York. We know they don't care about the climate. Come on.
Yeah, they're like, well, it's the climate. It's not the fact that millionaires are popping up all over the place off of cryptocurrency. It's not that. It's the environment, right?
What's going on is they probably had these old buildings, these old apartments where utilities are included in some of these apartments, and people just set up farms in these utilities included apartments and making money.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there is a very real reality of the amount of energy that goes into digital currency. That is a very real thing. But it's funny to me. I find it amusing that I'm like, you are able to jump on this and get the ball rolling this quick when frackers don't get that kind of attention. Clean coal doesn't get that type of attention as quickly. There's a million different type of pollutants. I mean, even the beef industry, petroleum, but it's cryptocurrency that all of a sudden it's like, we got to stop this real quick because the globe. That's the part. It's like,
guys, the globe, though. The globe.
I can't.
That's what there are levels. There are levels to this bullshit. Because let me read you the second paragraph of this news article. It says the fucking journalists themselves, Bitcoin mining has come under increased scrutiny for the staggering carbon footprint tied to electricity used to keep operations. They don't even fucking just call this shit out. Like, this is on you. Who made this article? Fucking Gizmodo. You guys should fucking know better. Be fucking journalists, right? Like, be a fucking good journalist. Cover all the actual angles. Like, this is like, I'm not a suspicious person. I feel like I say this all the time on the show too. I'm not a suspicious person, but this is some fucking bullshit. This is so obviously
it's like shock jocking at its finest.
And Gizmodo is now compliant.
Oh my god. That's what news does. Hey, let's just be compliant with this art. Let's be compliant with this side today, and let's be compliant with the other side tomorrow. It's whatever gets the click, right? It's whatever gets clicks. So we say the most shocking. They're just shocking. I mean, shock jocking. I think all news outlets just shock jock now. They're not even real news. They're news entertainment. So they fall into the entertainment label and not the news label. NPR and PBS are the last news.
Did Ted Cruz write this? You know he did. You fucking know that man's behind this bullshit. You know it. Smells like Ted Cruz.
Did Ted Cruz write this? He probably did write it.
Okay, guys. Fuck that man. Fuck Gizmodo right now. And you know what? Mind your Bitcoin while you can, because they're fucking coming for you. You know, get it while you can.
Get your shmoney.
Gawker. Okay, I'm saying Gizmodo, guys. Go after Gizmodo. Gawker somehow is innocent in this situation. Gizmodo. They're the one that looks powerful. Okay, guys, that concludes the news segment of our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Digital Click for all of the creative that you provide, and for implicating Ted Cruz in this situation as well, because we see you and we appreciate the actual journalism right there. Please follow us here on Twitch, and if you love what we're doing, which we know you do, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, which we also know you do, because who the fuck doesn't at this point, you can link your account to Prime Gaming, and then you can also subscribe to us for free for a month. And I think you do that every month. I don't know. It costs you nothing, but it helps us out a lot, and we would really appreciate it. And while you're at it, share the show. If you like what you're seeing, share it with somebody else that also likes watching Twitch, or just looking at three friends just fuck around on the news for a half hour every day. I don't know. Like, we want to share what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's Wednesday, so we have Bingeworthy up next. Can we bring in Courtney and Randy for some cross talk?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Good.
Hey.
Where's Courtney? I was like, where's Courtney at? We see her background. We didn't see Courtney. She in the kitchen cooking up something.
Oh, hey, Courtney. Oh, that looks like a nice kitchen behind you. Is that a nice kitchen behind you? Okay.
She's like, I can't hear right
I
now.
gotta upgrade.
Hey, Courtney.
Okay.
Hi.
We were just talking about your nice
Hey.
kitchen back there.
Oh, you like my kitchen?
Yeah, we
Thank
like your
you.
kitchen.
This is my dream kitchen. Yeah.
It's very white. It's very,
Do you
okay,
like
I
it?
but I like the
Very
pop
pristine.
It is quite nice. I have to admit, I wouldn't mind partaking in some hors d'oeuvres.
You know, my favorite part of that kitchen is the orange, the little square of color.
A little square
right?
of orange with like the
Yeah.
green, like little
It's just a touch.
tree,
Yeah.
you know, the potted plant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Just
know?
like there's some personality in that little square, you know.
See,
corner.
I like
love
the wood,
that.
wood underneath the little breakfast table.
Y'all are
Guys, I have a
total
question
mess.
for everybody.
Y'all
What
are
is your
total mess.
dream kitchen backsplash tile of choice?
Y'all are total mess.
Because I
can't
have an
tell.
answer. I mean, I don't know you guys. I have a fucking answer for this one.
Did you ask
Courtney,
what
I
our
know she
favorite
does.
backsplash is?
Yeah, you have a problem with that question?
Maybe I would have granite marble. I don't know,
Oh,
as a
God.
backsplash.
Okay, marble's a good choice. I like
Marble?
marble.
Marble's a
Yeah,
really good
marble,
choice. I like marble.
Yeah.
I have no
Okay.
idea what you all are talking about. I really don't.
Give
I
me
swear
a
to God.
tile.
Can you
I
not
need
see
an
me, Randy?
aesthetic.
You can see
I need
it.
an aesthetic.
Yeah, for your backsplash, for your kitchen, you know, behind the stove, where all the grease pops onto that you use.
Oh God.
Mhm.
You know, when you're
Yeah,
frying your
yeah.
chicken.
He's
That's a little
he's
advanced.
air fried chicken.
Air
he
fried
doesn't fry
chicken.
chicken
Oh, the
anymore.
air
Okay,
fryer,
air fried
right,
chicken.
yeah.
Screw
This is
it.
all more advanced. My kitchen is for aesthetics only. I do not participate in that region of my home.
That's
But for the record, I would
hilarious.
choose marble too because it looks cool. Or maybe some blue tile. Go for like a Moroccan theme, blue and white. You know, I like that.
I like
I
the
like
Moroccan
that.
theme though.
Well, I like the
Yeah,
Moroccan
yeah.
theme.
That could work.
Mhm.
That could work.
Mhm. Okay, guys, I'm ready to talk about like interior design decor because I'm like trying to improve my place. I'm trying to. Okay, I
You
was
know,
gonna
if you
say I'm
dream
not gonna
it,
talk
if
about
you
it, but now
dream
that we're
it, you
talking
can do
about
it.
I don't know. I was thinking like a glam Art Deco vibe. You know, glam can be a little bit boring, a little too bougie, a little too white. You know, so I gotta
Yeah.
put in some Art Deco to create some structural shapes and
See?
colors, and then also the Moroccan vibe because you know I got to represent my Arab roots, and they just got good style. So
Don't dust that bad boy
okay,
off.
okay, guys. I was
I am
literally
so
queuing
impressed.
that
I'm
up.
trying
So
to go
impressed.
mid-century modern. I'm just listening to you.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's
Mid-century
good. Not my
modern
choice, but I
stuff.
respect it. I do.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I literally queued that up to say that I wasn't going to talk about it, and then I went derail. Okay, I gotta focus today. Randy, I got a question for you. What are you reviewing today?
We're reviewing Yasuke. It
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, he got the name right. Yeah, he
I got it
the
right,
name
baby.
right.
Because I didn't call him
Yasuke.
everything. I called him Yasuke.
I called him Yusuke. Yeah.
You called him a
I called him Yusuke too.
Oh, it's Yasuke. 'Cause that's what
Yasuke.
they called him. They called him in the show.
Yasu-san.
Yeah.
My son was like, "Yo, you got to stop doing that. You are embarrassing me."
Yeah.
Yasuke.
Chuck and I talked about 45. He was like, "You're just not going to get his name
I
right,
couldn't-
are you?"
He said it like 10 times in a
Randy-
row.
Randy
Yasuke. Then
But
he
he
said,
does it with
Yasusa.
conviction.
I was like,
I do
That
it
is
with
Randy's
conviction, baby.
superpower. He does it
Strong
with
wrong.
conviction.
I don't
Yes.
pump fake, baby.
Strong
I don't
wrong,
pump
strong wrong.
fake. Yeah.
The one thing I always appreciate about Randy, like, and he'll say it wrong twice.
Yeah, but I got it right.
He
If
says
you
it with
believe
such
in it, it
volition.
sounds
Yasuke
right.
this time.
He
I
says
got
it
it
with
right.
such
I got it right.
volition that you
Yasuke.
think it's right. You're like, hold on. Is he right?
Yeah, for real. You be ready to defend him. Nah, he said it right. You be like,
goodness.
we both wrong.
Okay, guys, give me a little teaser. Give us something to hang on to watch into the next show. Why should we watch or not watch Yasuke? But don't give away the whole thing because we want to hear your
Okay.
rating of the season at the end, right? But like, what makes it worth watching and what makes it worth just walking away from?
Great martial arts, robots, magic, ass kicking.
Robots? Wait, there's robots?
Robots.
There's
I
robots.
thought this
mechs
was a
in there.
historical
There's
They're
anime.
definitely
There's
mechs.
mechs. There's mechs in there. Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sold.
Yeah.
Um,
And
I'm sold.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
No, go ahead, Syntell.
Get in it,
Okay,
Syntell.
I think this could be interesting to talk about. There are a lot of watermarks regarding Black animation and its influence on Black culture. The real question is, does this one measure up, or does this one fall short?
Ooh, we're gonna have a good talk
What are
about
you
that.
comparing it to? What other Black anime are you comparing to?
Well, there's okay. So you have hardcore, old school anime lovers like Charles, like Chuck, and then you have other people that are newer to the genre and that started out later in the game. And a lot of those people that start off later in the game, they started off with anime such as Afro Samurai, They started off with content such as Samurai Champloo. They were just recently introduced into the world and the art style of anime in general through a popular show called The Boondocks. So their take on it is a little bit different than the OGs who have a more history approach to it. And with that, there's levels to how it influences Black culture as well. So I'm just curious as to where this stacks in that.
I fall in the newbie category to Black anime.
I'm a
so-
little
I
new
like
too.
that. I like that because I was
too.
just gonna say we already know Chuck is like representing like the old school,
Chuck's
like
old
God
school, God
level,
level.
deep nerd kind of. But we need somebody on the other
Wow.
side to
Wow.
counteract that, right? Somebody
Yeah.
with
Right.
We're talking
fresher.
Osiris.
fresher
Like that's
opinion.
him. He's Osiris.
Yeah. And also, this is one. Also, Yasuke was one of the anime that I pushed forward to Netflix when it went into pre-production.
That sounds like a good advocate. That sounds like
Yeah.
a good advocate.
So,
that sounds like
I didn't
that sounds
see
like
the final.
stuff you do, Chuck. That's just
So
Yeah,
my
when
question,
I was-
my question to Sir Charles is, and you have to tune in to Bingeworthy to
You have
get
to
this
tune
answer.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
My question to Sir Charles is, did it stand up to what you expected?
Ooh, we'll talk about that in the show.
all right.
We
And
gotta talk
on
about
that cliffhanger, you guys in the chat, don't go anywhere. We're gonna pop down for a second and just do, I don't know, mysterious things behind the scenes, and we'll be right back. With our friends, we're Bingeworthy. I'm gonna pop out, but I will see you all on Friday, actually, because Geekbeast is skipping a day on Thursday.
That's right. We're not here
First
tomorrow, you
time
guys.
ever.
First time.
We
We're taking
anticipate
off tomorrow.
serious.
Oh,
We're taking
Wow.
off
Taking a
tomorrow.
vacation
Yeah.
day?
What am I gonna do
Little
at
bit of a
10:30,
break.
right? What am I
Yeah.
gonna do? I
Yeah.
gotta find some.
Origins
I'm gonna
Illustrated.
just
will
walk
be on
around the house in
tomorrow,
my
but-
drawers and my house shoes and just
I love
chill.
how you own it. I'm gonna
I gotta
fucking
find something to do
relax.
then. Oh my
Origins
god.
Illustrated to be here, but
We have the
Binge
right.
Worthy
Okay.
won't.
Okay. Okay.
Origins Illustrated to be here,
Origins
but Geekbeast
Illustrated.
But
won't.
is that at 11 still? Is that at or 8?
Yeah, yes. It's still at
I
8
gotta
or
find
11.
something to do at
Yeah.
10:30 then.
Right after
Damn.
all.
All right. I had to talk to my family, so we'll be all right.
Wait, are you saying you would have watched our show instead of talking to your family? Is that what it just heard?
That's what we
Oh, we hope
heard.
you're not
That's
taking you
love.
away from your
That's
family.
love
Although
for
we
the
are
show.
honored.
That's love
I
for
think
the
that's
show.
what you guys heard. That's what I
Aw,
meant.
man.
So I hope
The
you all heard
love.
that.
I feel
Yeah.
it.
So
I
everybody should
respect
stay
that.
tuned for real, because we're gonna get in a really good discussion on this.
All right, guys,
I
in the
have a lot
chat,
to say.
don't you fucking go anywhere. We are looking at that follower number right now, and we see it at 10. And if it goes down, I swear to fucking God, we will.
I got 11.
Okay. All right. We better go up from here, guys. You don't
Yes,
go
yes.
anywhere.
Matter of fact,
All
everybody
right.
in the chat now, call some other friends to come in, because we're gonna have a really good discussion. You got black
Even
people
better.
talking about a black anime made
Even
in
better.
Japan.
Even better. Okay, and on that note, we're gonna pop off, and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Peace, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.